Hello again, nonverbal communication students. I thought I'd give you a change of scene. So, yeah, I like me some dishes. I like pottery. I like copper. Yeah, what are you going to do? Anyway, I'm sitting in my dining room, sort of breakfast room area instead of my office because a lot of these videos are starting to look the same, and so I thought I'd give you a new background. Okay, here's what this one is about. One of the things I learned in grad school that I forget about and don't do very often is to model for you the kind of things that I am assigning you to do. So this video is a sample chapter reporter presentation. Remember, in that assignment, you pick one thing, one narrow thing out of your page ranges. You cannot cover all those pages. So you just pick one thing out of one page, you explain it, meaning you teach it, assuming maybe nobody in the class has read it, even though I hope they have. But you're going to explain it and teach it, and then you're going to kind of blow it up with some examples. I think one of the things that helps us with presentations, having taught public speaking a long time, is a great introduction. So here's what I don't want as an introduction. I'm in the book, and I'm on page 36. My page range was 34 to 44, but I'm on page 36, and I'm going to talk about, okay, deadly already, right? You're bored already, right? And I just ate up, 20, 30 seconds of just all that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to start the timer right now because it just hit 2 minutes, and I'm going to go 2 to 4 minutes, and I'm going to model for you what I would like to see you do as a chapter reporter. Have you ever been somewhere and people are moving about and they're going about their business, but you just find yourself so drawn in? You're doing people watching. People are so fascinating. People are so interesting. And all the nonverbal things that they do can be incredible, and it can be a learning opportunity if we just do it more often and we do it on a different level than normal. Because, hey, we're learning about all this nonverbal stuff. We should be doing it, right? So I am really interested in the reflexive cycle out of chapter 2. And the first step we know is inventory self, and that's hard enough to do. Second step we know is change self. Well, it's really hard to do. But here's the third step, and that's the one I want to focus in on. It's on page 36 in our textbook. Phase 3 is inventory others. When we take a class like nonverbal communication, I think it turns us all into people watchers at a whole different level. So the book says you're going to become more of a people watcher at a more microscopic level than we probably ever thought was possible. We're going to do covert observation, which is trying to look at nonverbal cues in a subtle way without being detected. We all do this. And then there's also overt observation. And I just want to talk about the covert for a second. You have to be really careful when you are observing people because you might get caught. And then they think you're staring at them or you're stalking them or something weird. But we really can learn some things from other people, particularly people that we admire or people who hold jobs that we want to hold. Like if you want to be a college professor, then watch what other college professors do, not just so you can learn from your classes, but watch what they do. And so covert observation is that tool that we use to pay attention at a really micro level to detailed nonverbal communication in other people, because we can learn a ton. The things we like, we can work into our repertoire. The things we don't like, we can reject. So let's all go out there and people watch. Okay, y'all. I'm looking at the timer, probably a little over. I don't care if you go over by a little bit. Don't go under. It's only 2 minutes. Anybody can talk for 2 minutes. So don't go under and try not to go too far over. And I just did one as a sample for you from chapter 2 because none of y'all are assigned chapter reporter for chapter 2. We start with chapter 3 on. So it's not like I would steal anybody's material. I just wanted you to have a sense for what I'm looking for with Chapter Reporter. And now you do. I'll do another one of these for the bigger individual critique presentation. I'll do a sample for you just so you get a sense for how those things go, even though they're quite different when delivered live because there's questions from me and from the audience, and we can't do that on videotape. So, all right, signing off. Be with you soon.